Go.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jefferson Scott. What's happening in Birmingham? Today I have the honor and pleasure of being with Commissioner Sandra Faye Little Brown for Jefferson County Commission. Good afternoon, Ms. Brown.
Good afternoon, Jarvis.
Good. Thank you for taking time out your day. I know these are the last couple of days to June 5th. Everybody come out and please vote. I just want to give an opportunity to ask you a few questions, but also give you an opportunity to speak directly to the voters.
Okay.
So the first question I want to ask you is, why are you running for re-election?
I'm running for re-election to finish up some unfinished business. We brought Jefferson County a long ways out of debt, and now it's time to give back to the citizens the services that they so rightfully deserve.
Okay, well, I'm glad you kind of spoke on that. Can you speak a little bit more? Because a lot of times people tend to forget things.
You're right about
and
that.
Can you just speak of just a little bit more
Well,
what situation we were
Actually, I was voted in 2010, and in 2010, in less than about a month, we lost occupational tax. Also, in about a year, the county had to go into bankruptcy. And since that time, we were like, our debt was so large. And we could not even hardly afford to be a county again. But filing for bankruptcy was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and never done it for myself, but I had to take that step for the county so that we could fix all of our debts. So we did that, and we're out of it, and now we're at a 2.58 fixed rate on all of our debt. So that's a great thing we've done. We were like, it was bad. It's like a train going down the track without an engineer. So we feel good about where we are now. Our bonds are real good bonds. We came in, there were junk bonds. Now we got fixed rate bonds, and so we're doing real well.
Okay. Can you explain to the voters about how the debt affected the average citizen of the county?
Well, it affected the average citizen of the county because we lost employees. We had to restructure, and restructuring is a hard thing when people lose their jobs because you can't work a person without paying them.
Oh, yeah.
But now we've gotten a lot of our employees back, and my employees, I have to get my hats off to them because some of them were left doing 2 and 3 jobs.
Okay.
And that was a great thing for them to be committed and dedicated to Jefferson County. So I owe that to them to make sure that we put this county back stable again. And it's been very unstable since maybe around 2004 when they started having those problems.
Okay. Can you explain to the voters what is the job of a county commissioner for people that don't know?
The job of a county commissioner is to set policy. We act as a council to unincorporated areas such as Adamsville, different areas like Pleasant Grove. A lot of our small cities don't have the services, the funding that they need for different things, and we have to come in as a county. Public safety is number one. We have to make sure our citizens are safe. And now we're at the point where we can make sure that they get better services. My thing for the next 4 years, we have a lot of hurting small cities. The Lipscombs, the Brightons, the Fairfields. We need to put something in place for hurting cities, some funding to help them to get the services in their city. They have the mayor and the council, and they're responsible for cutting the grass and their roads that's inside the city limits. We do have county roads running outside of those city limits, and some close in to the city, and we take care of those. But the city council and the mayor are responsible for the services in those cities. So I find that we've got some hurting cities. So as a commissioner, I need to get the votes of the commissioners, the majority, to be sensitive to the needs of our smaller hurting cities and come to their rescue.
Now, what areas do you specifically cover? Because I know it's 5 of you all, but all in breaking down different communities.
I have 2 of the largest cities in Jefferson County, city of Bessemer and the city of Birmingham. I have the West End area all the way out to Avondale. I have this 5 Points. I have 5 Points South, 5 Points West, Roosevelt City, Brighton, Lipscomb. I have a big territory.
Okay.
partially insulin. I serve about 132,000 people individually. Altogether, you have about 670,000 citizens in Jefferson County.
Oh, okay. So what do you think has been some of your biggest accomplishments of your first 2 terms?
The biggest accomplishments that I've made was, one, I really love the consent decree, and we're on our way out of it. Consent decree is a 30-year-old lawsuit that was filed many years ago, 30 years ago, on the county through the federal government because they didn't treat black men and black and white women.
Okay.
Correct, 'cause they just, they abused them in the hiring practices, even on the job. So my job was to make sure that we become compliant with the law against that. We're on our way out. Under my administration, we have hired the first black lead county attorney in the history of Jefferson County. And Jefferson County will be 200 years old next year.
Oh, wow.
First black lead county attorney was Bill Lawson. Under my administration, we have the first black chief financial officer. That's the man that with the money know where all of it ought to be. And his name is John Henry. That was under my administration. Through all of the hardships we've gone through, we made a lot of progress in that area. And I'm expecting the judge to release us within the next day or so.
Okay.
I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the Amendment 14 that the citizens voted for last year, so that we could redirect that 1 cent sales tax that Mayor Langford put in before to build schools. It was only for capital. Now we can use that 1 cent sales tax to put back into our general fund some monies. $18 million a year will go to the schools every year. We just gave the schools in Jefferson County 81 million cash dollars. People need to know that.
81 million?
81 million cash dollars, cashier checks, to each of our school systems in Jefferson County. Now, Birmingham itself got right at 20 million.
Okay.
Yes, we delivered the last check to them from that old 1 cent sales tax now. We delivered the last check less than a month ago, which was $3 million. Bessemer School System got their last check, which was about 2 weeks ago, right at about 400,000. The amount of money is based on the number of kids that's in that school. So I'm real happy about that. Jefferson County is a good county. It's coming back. It's going to be better than it's ever been for the future, because you never had a black lead county attorney. You never had a black CFO. So I think that's great progress and I serve everybody. I don't let gender, race, or any of that or party stop me from doing what God has called me to do. So I enjoy doing it, and I do what's best for everybody.
Okay, now one thing I know you hear a lot since you've been on the commission is Cooper Green.
Absolutely.
Can you give the voters an update on Cooper Green, where it's at?
Well, number one, there is a rumor, which is not true, and we proved that 4 years ago, because my family and some close friends put up $5,000, then it turned to $6,000, and we still got the money to say that I ever voted against anything for Cooper Green that came on my agenda, from $1 to millions of dollars. I never voted to close Cooper Green. I always voted to give Cooper Green whatever they asked for, because health, good quality health care is something that we all need. And surely I know that. Cooper Green is in good shape now. It's a Cooper Green clinic. It's a great clinic. We have millions of clinics in that clinic, from dental to you go in there for your oncologists in there. We have all those different clinics in that clinic. We have a hub and spoke system. We have 8 outside community clinics, whereby if you live in West End, you just walk over to the old Chris McNair and you can see a doctor there instead of trying to get all the way downtown. We have one in Bethel. We have them around the county. So we're bringing health care to the community. Cooper Green is doing good. Nobody's dying on the street. We hardly ever get any calls about bad service. Actually, my family members, I have a sister that utilized Cooper Green, and she just got to be 65, her 65th birthday. She can get Medicaid, Medicare, and she's still using Cooper Green because she loves her doctor.
What do you tell people who say, well, if we close down Cooper Green and redirect them to the other hospitals, the service would change, or if Cooper Green just closed down, there wouldn't be no other option, correct?
I did not allow that to happen. They tried to close the whole thing down. Said no. And I did, working with my colleagues, said, okay, look, we might, you all done closed. They closed inpatient care, 3-2 vote. The Republicans, myself and the other Democrats, we voted no. There was a lot of things, a lot of moving parts. I wanted a 50 bed. I could have saved a 50 bed, and the politics got into that. So that's okay. Now we want to make sure that they can go to Cooper Green, get there, preliminary care. If you need to be in the hospital for inpatient care, you go to one of the best hospitals in the United States of America. That's University, or Brookwood, Princeton, and we check you. We make sure that you're treated just as any other citizens, even though you're indigent. We make sure that you're getting first quality health care. Cooper Green is doing great. People say, well, my wait time used to be ever. It's better now than it's been before, from what I hear from people. They go in there and they can see a doctor in 30 minutes. I go to Princeton sometimes, talk about my doctors. I love my doctors, but sometimes I got a 30, 40-minute wait. My doctor might be in surgery anywhere, but surgery's not going on at Cooper Green, so they get good treatment in a valuable amount of time.
Okay. I know another thing people always talk about too is the sewer bill and that situation. I think you spoke earlier about update, on the sewer, where we at on there. What would you like voters to know about where you are now that you haven't heard in the headlines or the news, or heard it, misconstrued?
Yeah, we had to go into bankruptcy. We took all of our information. We had to give it to the bankruptcy judge. The plan of our bankruptcy plan. The judge had to okay that. The court, it was a court order. The rates that we've put in place through the court, the large ones are over now. It's like a 3.5 now per year. But hey, somebody said 40 years, and I'm giving you facts. It's gonna be 40 years, we're gonna be paying this high sewer rate. I don't know what the rate is gonna be for power in 40 years. Spectrum, my Spectrum bill is nearly $200, and that's entertainment. But I gotta have me some water, or I am considered homeless if my water is off, right? I've got to be able to flush. I have 9 sewer bills. I have a business, 2 businesses. I have my home, which is 3 baths, flush. I have a building that I own, 5 flushes. So, who wants a high sewer bill? Certainly not me, or a water bill. So I'm very sensitive, and I'm being very discreet, and I'm gonna be a good steward over those sewer bills and what they are, because I have concern too. And I tell people this, a lot of times we have leaks. I've had a leak. And your sewer bill is determined by the amount of water you use from your waterworks bill. So if you got a leak, and you can call the water company, and they'll come out, they got leak detectors. They'll come out and check. If your sewer bill go from $50 to $75, you need to check it out. You need to call my office, and we'll help you to get to the root of that problem. And certainly if your bill is going $100, $200, and you have 1 or 2 people in your house, that's not good. Call my office, 325-5074, and we'll help you get to the bottom of it.
Okay. Well, we know this is election season, and you got a lot of people running for office, and all races from governor to judge, state senator, even in your position. What do you think voters should look for a qualification in choosing a county commissioner?
Experience, honesty, transparency, and a heart that really loves the people, that really want everybody to be all right. That person, and sometimes that's pretty hard to find, but you got all that in me. Every bit of it. I'm honest, I'm transparent, and I'm a hard worker, and I just want everybody to just be all right. That's the thing that I have my kids tell me, Mama, you can't get everybody all right, but I sure try, because if I think if you take care of God's people, He'll take care of you.
Okay. Well, next Tuesday is the election. Polls open at 7. What would you like voters to know, or this is a part of the final, I always call it final thoughts, where you kind of lean into the camera straight and you kind of tell the voters what you want to know and why they should vote for you.
I want the voters to know that I was called to serve. It's not a job. I'm an owner, I'm a businesswoman, and I have a service heart, and I just ask the voters to go back to the poll and re-elect me for your county commissioner, District 2. And right now I serve as President Pro Tem, and I've served as President Pro Tem for 8 years since I've gotten here. So I'm trustworthy. I know the job. I won't have to be on the job training. And I ask them to go out and vote for me on June 5th. Thank you. May God bless you and keep you. It's my prayer.
All right, well, thank you, Commissioner Brown. Thank you all. And please check out our website, westhaddenbirmingham.com. And don't forget to vote this Tuesday, June the 5th. Thank you all. Bye-bye.